Okay, so let's cover this. So what I like to look for, see that hook pattern? I'll kind of use that. See how it rounds out? When it rounds out, and I kind of have a point that I'm kind of visually paying attention to. So let me get the oval out of here. Now I'm looking for 710-ish. We are below, so I'm kind of in an area. I'm going to blip out one of the two last contracts I have as I'm approaching my 710-ish. Now, if I wasn't filming and dinging around here where I'm kind of distracted, I'd leave the two on. But, you know, I'm going to need a farther drop now to get me to 710, but that's okay. I'm just shooting a video and we could press anywhere right in that area. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and move up my final target here just in case we get any sort of zip down, pop down, I'm there for the most part. So what I did this morning is see this area where the yellow line is? That's kind of what I look for. It's like the nose of a football. When I see the fast bands go up and kind of create that full arch or rotation, then I'm getting engaged and working liquidity in. Now here it's a little ugly looking, but it rotated and I'm in working in some liquidity. Then we got another rotation. I just threw on another MNQ on that rotation. So I put in a couple here, took some off, put on another one, took some off, put on another one, took some off. And if I would have left two on, I'd probably be right about 700, but that's okay. That's fine. So, and I want to see both the upper and the lower fast bands rotating downward, starting to make lower lows. Now, the beauty is on Quantower, we've just updated the band, so I can make these bands now, even though they remain fully non-recalculating and do not in any way, shape, or form repaint. They're nice and pretty and smooth now. And some of this is just graphics, working with the graphics that are available with these platforms. So the NT8 version here, which I no longer market, but still support my current group, we're about to take those same changes we just did to Quantower, where we added all these additional smoothing features over. Now on my Quantower, all my fast bands are nice and pretty and as smooth. The curves are nice and arced. Now Quantower has better graphics than NT8, so that's about half the battle. And the other is just adding some additional what we call endpoint smoothing, and one other mechanism where we can say my upper and lower band, the distance from the mean or the middle band is either set with one method of setting the width or the original method. So we've added all kinds of capability. So now on my Quantower, all my fast bands look just like that when things break, not like this. But we have the NT8 work going forward to add everything we just added in NT8 or to Quantower to NT8. So my existing group of NT8 users kind of aren't left behind. So anyhow, but like I said on the first video, I'm traveling today. I don't want to run Quantower and NT8 at the same time. And I'm focusing on a particular account. I'm going to go ahead and take a particular account and build it up a bit. So I'm working it. Well, I'm already done on all my Quantower stuff. I was done early in the day on a long trade. So anyhow, it was a pretty nice run up in the overnight session and then out of the open. So we went right up and blew through that level and did a level sweep. And we are now entertaining the bottom side of the band. So this is the area I typically, regardless of what my P&L is, I just blip out and call it good. But since I'm only in one, and if it goes up again, peaks its head above the mid band, and then gives me another rotation, I'll work in one more MNQ on any drop I get over 710. I'll blip it out. Or if it just starts chopping around, I'll go flat and say, okay, that's plenty for today. I'm here for progress, not perfection when I'm trading, manual discretionary. Now, the beauty is we have outputs on all these tools. So I see Algo Studio Pro is coming available for the Quantower platform. So Algo Studio Pro on Quantower can connect to the bands and all our various signals and the plot positioning of the mid band, the upper band, the lower band for both the main bands and the fast bands can all connect into Algo Studio Pro, so a person can go in and completely automate everything I'm doing here. Hey, we got rotation of the fast and lower bands. The fast bands are rotating. The upper fast band is outside the upper main band. If I get any rotation, put on 2 MNQs, put a stop just above the most recent price pivot. If the market goes to mid band, move my stop to break even plus. If the fast band peaks its head below lower band, move stop to here, whatever. I get the counter signal, go flat. All that stuff you can make custom and set up exactly the way you want to take my iGrid dual bands tools in Quantower and your custom setup for fully automated trading with Algo Studio Pro from the Trade Devils group and do whatever automated trading you want, or just do semi-automated trading. When these events happen, have unique audible tones or background of your chart changing colors or whatever the heck you want to do. But today I should have just been a one and done trader. I should have played my normal side. I would have caught the move here, getting the hook, takes them off. Secondary hook to the outside, I would have been done. But I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing admin, I'm answering emails, I'm talking to guys in Discord, and so on and so on. So that's okay. And I'm relatively, to the point, that I want to be to. And you know what? I'm going to blip that out. We'll call it good. And later on in the day, I'll watch if I get a setup. Well, I'm at 700. So there we go. I'm done. So nice, easy, visually efficient trading. Now, there are traders in the group. And, we've been talking about this before. Some of the most profound setups with dual bands, in my opinion, aren't the mean reversion trades. Those you got to, know what you're doing and know when to take those. Up until the point that we get some really dialed in data with Algo Studio Pro from the Trade Devils group connected to Quantower, and I'm playing with the tools, or those of you that are on NT8 that are already part of my group that have the dual bands indicator and you're already using the Algo Studio Pro there, as a group, we're going to start getting a lot of really, really good data showing, hey, on this instrument, we'll probably start like on the grid bars down at a 17 grid bars and then optimize. Hey, what's the best band setting for the mean reversion? I guess you could call it the bands cross trades, the bearish and bullish. Okay, then let's go up to a 19 grid bars. Okay, what's the best settings? Go back 6 months. Optimize it. What's the best settings? Okay, we got that now. Okay, now the 21, then the 23. I don't know what it is. Odd numbers on Renko bars historically on anything I've ever tested work better than even. That's not absolute. It's just a pattern I've seen. So some traders might go down to an 11 and do an 11, optimize, get all that data. Do a 12, optimize. So, every day, every weekend, there's going to be tons of data we'll be gathering now with Algo Studio Pro connected to the tools, getting us all dialed in on, hey, on the MNQ or NQ, these are like the 5 or 6 best time frames, whether it's a grid bar or a range bar or a tick bar or a volume bar. And then with all the settings capabilities we have now that are already in Quantower getting added to NT8 to smooth out and make these arcs and everything really smooth and pretty while retaining the no repaint, absolute no repaint when in live data or in replay data capabilities of these dual bands. So there you have it. Just kind of wanted to go over some trading, what's coming on deck. We already have these bands all smooth and pretty now. on Quantower, and we're going to work on that at the beginning of this week to add that to the NT8 side. So my existing group of NT8 users don't have a lesser version of the dual bands than the Quantower uses. And some of my guys that are on NT8 are using Quantower too. So it's like they're using both platforms connected to different prop firms. Let me just cover a few things about Quantower real quick just before I wrap up here. But yeah, good. That was good enough for the day. And I won't touch this account the rest of the day. I'll leave it alone. I'm pretty much where I wanted to be. And typically when I get to 710, when I'm doing automated stuff on 150K account, and as soon as it sees it's at 710, it'll blip the trade out with slippage. I usually end up somewhere between, like 700 and $3 or $4 and 708, 9-ish because of slippage on the exit. And that's right where I want to be. So that my targeting of 710, I remain at some point above 700 each day for a 150K account. So I do see that there is a bit of holding going on here. You see how we have wicks. Let's draw this in a bit. So we'll see, are the institutional side going to come back in? They bought and pumped out of the open. They've held it once, held it again. We'll see if they come back up and press it midday or later. So if we came back up, busted that high, did another level sweep, I was still active trading, I'd be looking for the same type of pattern. Lift up beyond the main bands of the fast bands in rotation, work in some liquidity. If it's a static trade, meaning I'm just going to have one stop and set of targets with a locked amount of position size, that's a static trade. If you're going to work in liquidity, take it out, work it in, take it out, work it in, take it out till you get to your daily objective, that's called dynamic trading. And you can trade these setups however you want. But like I was saying, I can't express enough. Algo Studio Pro application connected to my tools in Quantower and all the different rabbit holes people in my group are going to go down with volume bars, tick bars, range bars, grid Renko, grid bars. Well, actually, in Quantower, they already have custom Renkos, so we don't have to load our own. But I'm just saying between Renko, Heikin-Ashi, range bar, all the stuff that Quantower provides, we're going to have a massive amount of optimized data to share with the group so everybody can get on really profound and very profitable setups over and above kind of the base ones that I've set everybody up with out of the gates. So we're going through this continual process improvement with the bands, working to get everybody dialed in. And whether you're trading oil, Bitcoin futures, ES, MES, YM, NQ, MNQ, the amount of data that's about to start hitting as to best settings and time frames and bar types, getting that information from Algo Studio Pro connected in Quantower to our tools and going in and doing strategy mining and optimization work, there's going to be a profound amount of key data getting added to our private Discord room in the, it seems like already this week, because some guys are already getting on a beta version of Algo Studio Pro for Quantower, so that's very exciting. And I should be on it myself here this week, so looking forward to it. Okay, one other thing I want to show real quick, and then I'll wrap up this two-part video series from today. So if we go to Quantower, go to connections. If you have an AMP account or you're with TopStep, you can get, and some of these other ones, you can get the paid features for free. And then here's other ones that connect. And Apex, Take Profit Trader, Coinbase, CTrader, just all this list. TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, Elite Trader Funding. There's FX firms and so on and so on. And then last thing, you can get the full feature version of Quantower with Rhythmic Feed through into the day traders plan. So go to their Discord page to check out that. info@gridalgo.com.